Hello, and welcome to this episode of Go Adventures. I'm Bruce.
And I'm Ishan. In this episode, we visit Indian Ladder Trail in John Boyd Thacker State Park, which is about 50 miles southwest of Albany, New York.
John Boyd Thacker State Park is situated along the Hildeberg Escarpment, one of the richest fossil-bearing formations in the world. Even as it safeguards 6 miles of limestone cliff face, rock-strewn slopes, woodland, and open fields, the park provides a marvelous panorama of the Hudson and Mohawk Valleys, the Adirondack Mountains, and the Green Mountains. The park has volleyball courts, playgrounds, ball fields, and numerous public areas with 9 reservable shelters. Interpretive programs are offered year-round, including guided tours of the famous Indian Ladder Trail. There are over 25 additional miles of trails for hiking, mountain biking, winter cross-country skiing, snowshoeing, and snowmobiling.
We lived nearby, so we didn't make use of the campground, which is located here to the west of Thompson Lake. The campground has 140 campsites, with options for private wooded sites or open adjacent sites. These sites can accommodate tents or RVs and are close to a restroom and shower facilities. We visit the park specifically to hike the half-mile-long Indian Ladder Trail. The trail is open from early summer to mid-November from 8 a.m. to sunset. All other trails at the park are open year-round.
We parked in the Mine Lot parking area, which gives you access to the Indian Ladder Trail, but you could also go to the Visitor Center and access the other end of the trail from there. With any of the parking areas, you must purchase a parking permit from a machine that takes cash or credit cards. The fee is only $6 and is well worth it. There are plenty of signs warning you of potential dangers. From the Mine Lot parking area, look for the trailhead sign near the edge of the escarpment.
From there, you descend 60 feet down 2 staircases to the base of the escarpment. Along the way is a sign that explains how the escarpment was formed and what kind of fossil exists there. In order to scale the very steep cliffs on the trail, the Indians actually built a 60-foot ladder. It might have looked something like this, or it might have looked like this. From here, the trail follows the base of the escarpment, passing under Mine Lot Falls, and by a stream exiting from a small cave in the base of the rocks. This water is actually from Thompson Lake, some 2 miles away, which makes its way through the porous limestone until it exits here.
There are actually 2 larger waterfalls and 3 much smaller waterfalls coming off the escarpment. In the areas around the waterfalls, the footing becomes quite muddy and slippery, so be sure to wear appropriate footwear. history of the park dates back to around 400 years ago, to a time when the trail, now known as the Indian Ladder Trail, was used by the local Mohawk and Iroquois Indians to reach the trading post run by the Dutch.
Geologists say it has the world's oldest exposed limestone and is one of the world's best fossil-bearing formations. They believe that the escarpment formed over 100 million years ago.
At the end of the trail is a second set of stairs that takes you back up to the top of the escarpment and to the visitor center.
The most prominent feature of the park, the Helderberg escarpment, most likely got its name from the Dutch Heider, meaning bright or light, and berg, meaning mountain.
From the top of the escarpment, which is 1,300 feet above sea level, there are wonderful views of the Hudson and Mohawk valleys, as well as a spectacular panorama of the Adirondacks of New York and the Green Mountains of Vermont. I asked the park rangers at the visitor center about the fossils in the area. They pointed me to a variety of them on display in the visitor center. They even had a small tub of them available to hold in your hands for inspection. Here are a few photos of some of these fossils. You are not allowed to take any fossils you find on the ground home with you, and you are not allowed to remove anything from the face of the escarpment. All New York State parks are leave no trace parks.
As you can see, we visit this park at the peak of the fall foliage season, but with these incredible vistas and all the other attractions the park has to offer, there is never a bad time to visit this enchanting park. That's all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
Be sure to subscribe and like, as well as ring the bell so that you will be notified of our next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.